In the wake of President Ebrahim Raisi's unexpected death, Iran stands at a critical juncture. The helicopter crash that claimed his life, along with several other high-ranking officials, has plunged the nation into a state of uncertainty. The immediate question is how Iran will navigate this political upheaval. While the Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei has declared 5 days of public mourning, the real concern lies in what happens next. With elections called within 50 days, the future of Iran's leadership and its direction is now an open question. The news of President Raisi's death in a helicopter crash has sent shockwaves through Iran. The crash, which also claimed the lives of the foreign minister and other key officials, occurred under unclear circumstances. Immediately, the government announced a period of national mourning. In Tabriz, thousands gathered for a public procession, reflecting the profound impact of Raisi's sudden departure. Statements from various political leaders have been cautious, reflecting the sensitive nature of the transition period. The Supreme Leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, emphasized unity and resilience in his first address following the tragedy, signaling the critical nature of the upcoming days. Following President Raisi's death, Mohammad Mokber was named interim president, with Ali Bagheri Khani stepping in as the foreign minister. According to the Iranian constitution, an election must be held within 50 days to find a permanent successor. This abrupt change has prompted speculation about potential candidates and their alignment with Khamenei's vision. The Guardian Council, a body that vets candidates, is expected to play a crucial role in this accelerated electoral process, possibly favoring candidates from the conservative camp. President Raisi was a divisive figure, known for his hardline stance on both domestic and international fronts. Domestically, he is remembered for his strict enforcement of morality laws and his management of the economy under heavy sanctions. On the international stage, Raisi worked to position Iran as a resilient power, particularly in negotiations over the nuclear deal and in fostering regional alliances. His death leaves questions about the continuation of these policies. The upcoming election is poised to be a pivotal moment for Iran. With registration for candidates scheduled between May 30 and June 3, and the election on June 28, the campaign period will be intense and brief. Analysts are watching closely to see which candidates will emerge and how they will navigate Iran's complex political landscape, particularly in aligning with the Supreme Leader's preferences. The internal stability of Iran is a complex tapestry woven from various political, social, and military threads. Historically, the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps, or IRGC, has played a significant role in maintaining a balance, often tipping it towards conservatism. With Raisi's death, this balance might be tested. Public reaction has been mixed. While some mourn the loss of a nationalist leader, others see an opportunity for change. However, given the stronghold of conservative forces, significant policy shifts are unlikely. The hardline stance on issues like morality laws and civil freedoms is expected to persist. The next president will have a critical role in either continuing Raisi's policies or subtly shifting towards reform, depending on the political climate and public pressure. Iran's foreign policy has been characterized by a strategic defiance against Western influence, particularly the US, while maintaining strong ties with Russia, China, and regional allies like Syria and Iraq. The leadership transition may not radically alter this stance, but nuances in diplomatic approaches could emerge depending on the new president's perspective. Interim leaders are maintaining the status quo, with an emphasis on stability and continuity. However, the real test will be how the new president handles ongoing tensions such as the nuclear deal negotiations and relations with the Biden administration. The continuity of foreign policy will largely depend on the Supreme Leader's vision, as he has the final say in most strategic matters. Iran's involvement in regional conflicts has been a cornerstone of its foreign policy. often mediated through support for groups like Hezbollah in Lebanon and the Houthis in Yemen. This strategy aims to extend Iran's influence across the Middle East and counterbalance Western and Israeli interests. Despite the change in leadership, this policy is likely to continue unabated. The strategic importance of these relationships, both politically and militarily, makes them a consistent feature of Iran's regional agenda. Any shifts in this policy would require a significant reevaluation of Iran's overall strategic goals, which is unlikely in the immediate aftermath of Raisi's death. Iran's economy has been under severe strain due to ongoing international sanctions, especially those reinstated after the U.S. withdrew from the nuclear deal in 2018. Raisi's administration struggled to manage these challenges amid declining public trust and increasing international isolation. The new leadership will inherit these economic issues, with few quick fixes available. Potential areas of focus could be improving relations with non-Western economic powers like China and Russia, and boosting domestic industries less reliant on global markets. However, much will depend on the broader political landscape, including the stance the new administration takes on compliance with international agreements like the nuclear deal. Ayatollah Ali Khamenei's role as the supreme leader continues to be the pivot around which Iranian politics rotate. His health and potential succession have increasingly become subjects of speculation, adding another layer of uncertainty to Iran's political future. Khamenei's influence will be crucial in guiding the transition and ensuring continuity. His endorsement will be vital for any candidate in the upcoming presidential elections, essentially shaping the immediate future of Iran's leadership. The question of his succession also looms large, with few clear indications of his preferred successor. This uncertainty adds a strategic dimension to the upcoming elections. Public sentiment in Iran is a barometer of the nation's political climate. Since the 2022 protests, there has been a palpable shift in the public's engagement with politics, particularly among the youth and urban populations. Social media has played a significant role in this shift, offering a platform for expression and mobilization. However, the government's tight control over media and information poses challenges for free expression. The new leadership will need to navigate these dynamics carefully, balancing control with a need to address public grievances to maintain stability. The military and security sectors in Iran, particularly the IRGC, have substantial influence over both domestic policies and international posture. The appointment of IRGC personnel to key positions has been a trend, which is unlikely to reverse under the new leadership. Security policies, especially those concerning internal stability and border security, will continue to be a priority. The new president's approach to these issues will be crucial in determining the direction of Iran's security strategy in the coming years. Moreover, the IRGC's involvement in politics is expected to remain significant, possibly even increasing depending on the political landscape. The role of media in Iran, both state-controlled and independent, is crucial in shaping public perception and information flow. The coverage of Raisi's death and the subsequent political developments has been closely monitored and managed by the state. Censorship and media control are likely to continue, with the state keen on maintaining a narrative that supports stability and continuity. However, the growing accessibility of international media and online platforms presents a challenge to this control. How the new leadership manages media and information will be a key indicator of its approach to governance and public engagement. The future of the nuclear deal and related sanctions will be a significant aspect of Iran's international relations. The deal, formerly known as the JCPOA, has been a contentious issue, with significant implications for Iran's economy and international standing. The stance of the new president on the JCPOA and how they navigate negotiations with Western powers will be crucial. A more conciliatory approach could lead to easing of sanctions and economic benefits, While a hardline stance could exacerbate tensions, the international community, particularly the US and the EU, will be closely watching these developments, as they have broad implications for global politics and security. As Iran stands at this crossroads, multiple scenarios could unfold. The upcoming elections will be a critical determinant, shaping not only the immediate future, but also setting the course for the next era of Iranian politics. The potential for internal reform, the direction of foreign policy, and the handling of economic challenges are all at stake. While continuity in many aspects of governance is likely, the elements of change, how and to what extent they manifest, will be crucial. Reflecting on Iran's path forward, it becomes clear that while the players may change, the fundamental challenges and strategies are likely to persist, framed by the overarching influence of the supreme leader and the entrenched political structures.